Okay, I think I'm live, and I think we're live. We'll wait for people to join, as well as we'll wait for the stream to not be a laggy butt for everybody. I don't want the frames to drop, don't want anything frozen, and I want to make sure you guys can hear me. So, just giving it a little bit. No one is currently here. I think. Is anyone here? Alive? Drop it in the chat. Just kind of waiting. This is something else, you guys. This is truly something else today. This do be. I am live. That is good. I just want to make sure that I'm not lagging too much. Hi, Uxie. Hi, SK. Hi, Ninja Gamer. There we go. The people are filing in. You are joining me today as we bittersweetly talk about something that I figured was going to happen. Yeah, this did just start, Ninja Gamer. I just, wow. This was very last minute. So, let's start at the very beginning, guys. The modern pentathlon, for those of you who don't know, a pentathlon is a sporting event primarily in the Olympics. That's where it gets the most publicity. 5 different events. And for the Tokyo Olympics that were just last year, it was fencing, pistol shooting, running, swimming, and horseback riding, also known as equestrian. And how there were some problems. There were some complaints in prior pentathlon years about the way that athletes and coaches and trainers and all these other people were treating the horses for the equestrian. They were saying that, they were beating them. There was one horse that actually died in a pentathlon. And so because of the backlash due to animal cruelty, the Pentathlon Congress, the committee who, votes on the big decisions on what happens to the sport, they decided, hey, this is really not good for our reputation, and we also shouldn't be killing horses or injuring them or starving them the way a lot of people seem to be doing. So we need something to replace the equestrian. So for the sake of the horses, we need something new as a 5th discipline, a 5th event for the pentathlon. And so there were a lot of different options going around. And World OCR jumps in. And World OCR says, like, hey, what about obstacle course racing? For those of you who don't know, World OCR is this big obstacle course league, and they run a variety of different competitions. They'll do anything from Spartan races to their own off-brand Spartan races. They'll do miniature sprint, like ninja versus ninja type of things with knockoff Ninja Warrior obstacles. They'll have warped walls, but they might not be as tall, so it's easier for people to get up. They'll have cliffhanger ledges. There have been cliffhanger ledges, but they're very easy cliffhangers for sprints, speed courses, rope climbs, the generic obstacle course type of thing. However, World OCR definitely does have a lot of partners in the ninja world that allows for it to say that they are covering everything. And it kind of bothers me because World OCR isn't doing everything that they should be doing. For example, a league that's partnered with them is the UNAA, a league in the ninja community known for just not being a very safe or considerate league for their athletes. If you guys watch another ninja YouTuber, her name is Mary Layton. You can check out the Commentator Ninja channel. She covers a lot of the great information on the sport that I learn a lot from her, and stuff that I know that I don't have time to make videos on. And so she's doing it for us. She's absolutely great. Mary goes on to explain that someone actually hurt their shoulder at the UNAA finals, and they sent, the ref sent them to a medic, and the medic said, like, okay, let's do 5 minutes of exercises on your injured shoulder. And then they did the 5 minutes, and they said, yeah, you're good to go back on the course. They go back on the course, and the athlete, it turned out, the first time they were hurting, their shoulder was dislocated. It had popped out of its socket already. The doctor that they hired had them doing just all of these exercises and then said, yeah, go back on the salmon ladder. So UNAA doesn't have a great reputation. World OCR also worked with this group called Ninja Sport USA to create a Ninja World Cup. Now, in 2019, there was a Ninja World Cup. It was like Ninja versus Ninja team relay, and America didn't get involved. The American ninjas, they looked at it and they said, that does not look professionally well made. We're out. We're good. No one showed up from America. And the top 3 countries were actually Russia, Australia, and the Philippines. So, yeah, a lot happened there. And so no one took it seriously. Sure enough, they tried to do the World Cup again this year, and it got canceled. It got postponed indefinitely. It's just canceled. It's not coming back. There's no way. They're not organized enough to have it come back. And Ryan Stratus has been keeping us posted on that a lot. If you guys follow him on Instagram, you know he's been posting a lot about both the pentathlon story and the World Cup story as well. And NNL and WNL are the same thing, Mike. So if you like them, you like them. Hey, I work for WNL. I work with them. I work for them. I'm their head reporter, and so you made a great choice. Man. So where was I? So you've got the pentathlon problem, and then you've got the World OCR problem. Now, World OCR was already in Olympic consideration. And by that I mean there are certain qualifying things that you need to have to be considered for the Olympics. You need to have your sport practiced in X amount of countries, and World OCR is in a lot of different countries. And then you also need to have, so many participants per country, so many women, because you need a sport that is for men and women alike. And so it's just very there's a lot that they have to do, but World OCR has blown up so much, they've grown in popularity so much that they have hit the Olympic wait list essentially. Maybe we'll take a look at your league and see if you're legit, and if you're legit, and if you represent us well, if you're professional, if you're not problematic, then we'll talk about putting you in the Olympics. And that's kind of where they're at right now. And it's interesting to note that, because again, World OCR doesn't do primarily ninja. They barely do any ninja. They just have ninja obstacles in their events, and they're modified. It's not exactly the same. And, there's a lot of other leagues. The World Ninja League is, trying their hand at trying to get ninja to be a nationally recognized sport, a globally recognized sport, and, eventually hit that Olympic status as well. And so I always knew that it was World Ninja League and World OCR essentially racing for that Olympic status to get ninja as a sport. The only difference is World Ninja League is trying to get ninja itself as a sport. All of the familiar obstacles that we've seen on Sasuke or ANW, all of the things that we as Sasuke fans love, that's what WNL is trying to get up there. World OCR is just kind of trying to get anything out there. They're talking about different events. There's a 3K race. There's a 5K race. There's a 100-meter ninja course, which is just ninja versus ninja. So it's a little... they're very different, and it's unfortunate that currently World OCR seems to be in the lead. So, World OCR proposes to the Pentathlon Committee, hey, to replace your horse riding, you should have obstacle course racing. It became a big thing. There's Spartan, there's Ninja, there's all of these big obstacle course racing franchises that have grown quite popular in the last decade. Because let's be real, from 2010, 2012 to 2022, it's grown a lot more. That was when ANW was in its prime, and then it started all the spin-offs. That was when G4 was still airing Sasuke, and Challenge was still airing Sasuke. That was when Spartan races really started to pick up in popularity. And so now they're like, hey, we have a platform. People will watch it. People will be interested in it. And so, there was a lot of talks about it. There was a little bit of controversy. A lot of athletes and coaches in the pentathlon did not actually want horse riding to get replaced, and fortunately they didn't have a say. They don't get to vote on that. It's the people on the committee who get to vote. The people they call it the Congress, the Pentathlon Congress or whatever. They're the ones who got to vote, and they were just very set on something has to replace horseback riding, equestrian. It has to go. And so obstacle course racing was their clear front runner. I think there were a couple other sports in contention. If I'm not mistaken, I think boxing was even a potential idea for a fifth discipline. But their main choice, and the one that they were drawn to the most, was obstacle course racing. And then when they start hearing all about this, and it hits the news, it goes on the internet, my friends over on my Discord server, my friends on another Discord server run by my homie Alex, that hits the internet, and people are starting to talk. And TBS posts on Twitter like, we're helping. And that was when I knew this was basically gonna happen, like, legit. So obviously, if you guys are here, you probably know TBS, the Tokyo Broadcasting System. They are the channel that owns the rights to Sasuke. They have produced Sasuke since it began. They've been with Monster 9, and then when Higuchi went under, they've been working with Inui to get all of the modern-day Sasuke tournaments out for the last decade now. At the same time, they own the rights. They license out, the Ninja Warrior IP, the Sasuke IP, to different countries. So TBS has the rights to every ninja show around the world. Everything that they have belongs to TBS, except for, the Ninja Gyms and the Ninja Leagues. Those are made by independent people. World Ninja League has nothing to do with TBS, and that's a good thing in my opinion. TBS jumps in and says, yeah, we're going to help because of the impact that Sasuke, Ninja Warrior, has had on obstacle course racing, and we're happy to share some obstacles. And so, we fast forward a few months, and the Sasuke YouTube channel uploads a video. They are in France, and they are covering hi, Jakari. They are doing a testing of obstacle course racing for the Olympics, and a lot of different people are up there. You've got pentathletes who are trying it out for the first time, and you get, their initial responses. What do they think of this potentially replacing horseback riding? At the same time, you have pro ninjas showing everyone what it's supposed to look like, and because at the same time, you want a sport that's physically challenging. You want a sport that's also entertaining if it's going to be in the Olympics, because the Olympics are on TV. Let me close this curtain real quick. Yeah. Okay, I just opened up the other side. Nice. This is. So you want something that's good for TV. And, oh, there's no light. Fine. You get lights. Yeah, so you want it to be entertaining for TV. And so someone from Ninja Warrior France, I unfortunately can't remember. I think it was Thomas. He was from Ninja Warrior France. He was testing for the men. And for the women, the most notable tester was Olivia Vivian from Australia Ninja Warrior and Sasuke Vietnam. Great picks for testers, and they made everything look absolutely ridiculously easy. That was the first of 5 different testing sites that they had. And so, how long ago was that video uploaded? I just sent this over on my Discord server as well. So let me double check. How long ago was this? I think it was 5 or 6 months ago, if not longer. Yeah, Thomas Dodoy. I know I didn't say that right. I can't pronounce French properly. And now I'm dropping things. Incredible. Yeah, so where was I? Yeah, so they tested in France, and then about a month later they were testing in the Philippines, and I saw it on OCR's Instagram page. It was just a simple drone shot. We didn't really get any footage of people running the course, but it was very clear that they were still testing obstacle course racing as the 5th event. And I was just I wasn't surprised, but it's not entirely ninja. You had a warped wall there. You had a quad step angle run hybrid, angle run from Kunoichi. You had some bars that you could lache on. You just had simple rings that you would swing across, and some balance beams and some walls that you had to jump over. Things from Spartan and things from Ninja. And so it is very clearly not entirely ninja, but there are elements of it. They also tested in Poland, they tested in Canada, and they tested in a fifth country, which I don't entirely remember, but they would do the same exact thing. They would just have pentathletes try it and give their thoughts. They also had some ninjas or some OCR representatives, because OCR has athletes that have been doing this for a few years now as well. They had them testing it just to feel it out, see what it was like, show everyone what it was. Yeah, June or July. That was the one in France. LS8s. Ls8s. I don't know. Yeah, it was. So now we fast forward. All of the testing's been done, and today, November 12th, and tomorrow, November 13th, is supposed to be a day for them to discuss whether or not OCR would officially replace horseback riding as the fifth discipline in the pentathlon. Now, keep in mind, this would only start in 2028. It's 2022. It's almost 2023, and almost 2023, and the Olympics would be like a year and a half away in Paris, the 2024 Olympics. And so the problem with that would just be it's too soon. You can't force the pentathletes to stop training horseback riding halfway through their preparation for the Olympics and then switch to obstacle course racing and expect them to be professionals at it. So now they're starting it in 2028, and so they're going to have about 5 years, pretty much 5 years, because it's going to be summer of 2028. So you'd take the first half of 2028 plus the extra 2 months of 2022 or whatever. They're going to have about 4 to 5 years to train on obstacles and be efficient at it, which is good because 4 years of obstacle course training, especially on obstacles like the ones that OCR designs, you're going to become a professional at it. You're going to become a very big professional at it. And mind you, the pentathlon is not like a triathlon that is like a race. It kind of is, but it kind of isn't. Two of the events are fencing and pistol shooting. And so you get scored off of your accuracy with a pistol, your skills in fencing. And so it's not like these people are going to be running a marathon, swimming at 5 miles, and then they're going to have to run a 5K obstacle course. No, it's going to be a sprint thing, and it's going to be based off of their time on the course. It's going to basically be ninja versus ninja. And there's also a very high chance that there will be qualifiers for the Olympics and whatnot, and the course may very well not change between 2023 and 2028 for the Olympics, because you want world records, and so you can't have a world record on 2 different courses. You know what I mean? So there is a chance that the pentathlon will not change their course for the Olympics, but that's speculation. I'm not confirming that. I'm just saying that is probably what will be expected, because they are looking for a world record in every aspect of the pentathlon. Obviously, that's how Olympics work. The Olympics, you want to see who the best in the world is. So that's my point. Yeah, that's pretty much all the info that we have. They voted today. 83% of the 83 representatives of Congress for the pentathlon. 83% of them, which is 69 people. Nice. 69 people voted yes, obstacle course racing is the new discipline. 11 people voted no, and 3 people just said, I'm not going to vote. So the overwhelming majority has agreed that obstacle course racing will be in the Olympics. Now, what does that mean for all of us ninja fans? For one, we can kiss ninja in the Olympics goodbye. Ninja as its own entity will never be in the Olympics for as long as OCR is in the Olympics. As long as OCR has them involved in some capacity, the World Ninja League is not going to be able to break into the Olympics, in my opinion. And it's really tough for me to say, because I am, I'm with the World Ninja League. I've been pulling for the World Ninja League, and I think if there's any ninja league in the world that is running their stuff the best and properly, it is the World Ninja League, which is why I offered Chris Wilczewski my help in being their head reporter, because I believe in them, and I want to help. And so it's just tough because now we have a only ninja league, the World Ninja League, and we have this almighty obstacle course racing entity, OCR, who has turned themselves into a, Ninja has basically been demoted into a subdivision of OCR already. So it's like Ninja, OCR, but now you're putting that as a little division in the pentathlon. We are now, obstacle course racing is a fifth of one event in the Olympics, and Ninja is barely even half of that 1/5. Like 10% of it is Ninja, less than 10% of it, because they are modified obstacles. It's sad, especially since it's going to be Ninja versus Ninja. I'm not saying that Ninja versus Ninja is bad. I quite enjoy a lot of Ninja versus Ninja content. However, this does mean that we're not going to see vertical limits in the Olympics. We're not going to see things like corkscrew. We're not going to see things like the spider flip. The big, pumpy, time-consuming obstacles. It's not happening. We're going to see things like the shrinking steps, pole graspers, quad steps, warped wall, spinning log, the faster-paced ones. And that's not bad. They're good obstacles. But is it disappointing that there are going to be a lot of obstacles that just aren't going to fit that style? Yeah. You can argue that the slowest obstacle that you can put on there is something like the ring toss. And like, ring toss isn't a bad obstacle. It's just there are better obstacles out there that just don't fit, a speed course. Especially if you're going to have them race and whatnot. Or race for time. Yeah. So I wouldn't expect anything crazy. I definitely also wouldn't expect larger obstacles. For example, shattered panes, walk the plank, the rolling log, the fishbone. Nothing motorized as well. In regards to like things like the fishbone, I don't expect giant things like that. I think this is going to be just a 100-meter track. The way it has been in the testing, it's been 100 to 200 meters of obstacles. And there are things like the swing jump, the jump hang, some trapezes, parallel pipes, things that you can get through pretty quickly because you want high speed, entertaining races for TV. And again, it's not bad. It's just very bittersweet knowing that the World Ninja League can do so much better with Ninja as a sport. We allow more creativity. We allow different formats. We allow different courses. We allow all types of ages to compete. And now we're not necessarily going to play second fiddle, but it's just we have to direct our focus elsewhere. We still want Ninja to be a sport, and it's not like we're going to give up, and it's not like we lost. We didn't lose. Hello, Blippo. Thank you for joining. Yeah, it's not like we, lost a battle or anything like that, and it's not like we're, guess we gotta end the World Ninja League. No, that's the dumbest thing. But, this does kind of limit how people see Ninja. People are going to see Ninja as this tiny race in the pentathlon, and people don't even watch the pentathlon a lot anyways. Some people aren't going to know about this even in 2028. And it is what it is. I personally, of course, would rather have the World Ninja League get to run around and do exactly what they want. Put some crazy cliffhangers on there because they can. On courses that aren't races, because they don't have to be races to be on TV. That dog agrees with me. Yeah, it's I'm not sad, I'm not mad, I'm not entirely happy about it. Those are just the facts. This is what we have to deal with. At the same time, World Ninja League's gonna just keep going, and we're gonna keep going strong. We are the best ninja league in the world, and I don't think it really comes close. Um, we're able to host 6 courses for different age divisions at a time in the World Championships. People are flying in from all of our all of our World Championships basically have about 10 countries represented at minimum. And we've got competitions every week. We've got regionals where all of the people can come together. We have an amateur league, so that way people who are still getting into Ninja can get into it without getting destroyed by people like Caden Lebsack, and they can actually go at their own pace. We have the Gauntlet, which is our own Ninja versus Ninja, and it's so much cooler. They're over pools. The obstacles are the size of things on like A&W. Like it's really fun. You can do team relays there. We have pro tournaments on the Gauntlet. We have different partners from around the world, and it's beautiful. So by no means do I consider this an L. It's just unfortunate that the audiences are going to see the obstacle course racing side of things in the pentathlon and not Ninja. They're not going to see Ninja for Ninja. It'll be our job to try to change that. So, man, that means it's going to be my job to try and change that. That's kind of crazy. Wow, I didn't even think about it like that. Well, I guess the ball's in my court, as well as my peers and my coworkers, and people who are slowly becoming my friends the more I'm talking to them. I can promise that a lot of really big things are going to be coming for World Ninja League. So many big things, so many changes, so many additions. I think Worlds is going to be awesome. I will be there at Worlds covering it live as well as their reporter. So it's going to be fun. And as far as like other things that are coming from me personally, from me alone, there's a lot that's coming. I'm going to just throw it right out there, okay, guys? I'm potentially starting a podcast for Ninja to talk about the sport, the future of the sport. I have been accepted. I have made a proposal, and it has been accepted. I get to learn about how different people are designing courses now for a competition I cannot currently confirm, but yeah, I get to at least observe a course designing team with some ninjas that the names of. What else? You're gonna probably catch me doing some commentary for some gym competitions and for World Ninja League qualifiers, and it's gonna be really exciting. So there's plenty to still be excited about. It's gonna be a bit more of an uphill battle if we want to get in the Olympics now, because not only do we have to get approved as ourselves, but we have to beat out OCR, who's now kind of weaseled their way into the Olympics. But what do you guys think? 2028, Los Angeles Olympics. You're gonna see some nerfed warped walls that 8-year-olds can get up. So what are y'all's thoughts before I wrap this up? Because I kind of have to go to work soon. I'm not gonna lie. I go to work in about 15 minutes. So yeah, let me know your thoughts before I close this out. Discord server popping off. If you haven't subscribed already, I would very much appreciate if you did. If you've unsubscribed, how dare you? It's gonna be a lot of. There's gonna be a lot of different. There's gonna be a lot of content coming out in the next week. I started a series today as well on how I think I would do on Sasuke. I'll be uploading those throughout the week. There's going to be a review on the trials. There's going to be a review on Ninja Warrior Germany. And my guess is that Sasuke 40's numbers are going to drop probably on Friday. That's my guess. And so when numbers do drop, I'll do a live reaction. I'll go live again and I'll react to it. I'll do I don't know. I'm just glad fan comps exist. No. I'm very much against that mentality personally, Mike. there's a lot of things that fans say. Well, they'll be like, "Well, I'm just glad we're getting content at all, even if it's bad." No, I would much rather personally get no content as opposed to bad content or weak content consistently. Which is why sometimes I'm like, yeah, Sasuke could have ended because they didn't really have a good tournament after 27 until Sasuke 35. So that's kind of my take, but to each their own, I guess. I bet the numbers for Sasuke potentially drop after the. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. It drops after trials. Um, I think it'll be the day after. Yeah, probably the day after trials, not like the day of. Probably to give people a little more time to watch. But that is everything. There's a lot to unpack. Feel free to join my Discord and subscribe for more content because I'm going to have a lot more conversations like this in the future, given my job, given my passion for this, and given how much I've been following this story. Um, I'll see you guys later.